You already have a personal brand. Did you know that? As a STEAM or STEM entrepreneur, you're creating a brand for yourself, whether you realize it or not. I have a question. Are you actively building a personal brand strategy or letting it slide and evolve on its own? If sales make you sweat, building a personal brand and branding strategy makes selling so much easier, hands down. Today, I'm going to show you how to build a personal brand so you can build a personal brand strategy in 2021 as a STEAM entrepreneur. Double win. Hi, I'm Lisa Stewart, founder of Build Your Own Small Business and Build Your Own Money Message. If you're a STEAM entrepreneur and you want to learn to build products that sell, grow your business, and connect with your customers, start now by subscribing and getting notifications by whacking that bell like a cat so you don't miss anything. We live in a competitive society. It is ever more essential to learn how to stand out from a crowd to win better opportunities. Some of you may believe logo is your brand, and while logo is a small part of your branding, branding is the sum of your parts. It's about who you are, what you do, and who you serve. The sexy visuals come later. When you think of buying a new computer, what brand comes to mind? For me, I normally turn to Apple. When you think of Apple, how does it make you feel? You might recall the famous Apple icon, but do you also remember walking through the spacious Apple store, being greeted by the team members with their iPads ready to check you in? Or all of the products on the desks available for you to test without fuss. Ever have trouble with your computer? What kinds of hoops do you jump through to get it fixed? What feelings come up as you reminisce? I know that when I take my device to the Genius Bar, the process is effortless. Branding is about creating an emotional connection with your audience. For me, the emotional connection happens with the experience of buying the product, using the product, and in-store support. It's my relationship with this product and company over the years that exudes confidence and trust. Creating a brand identity isn't difficult, but it does take some effort. Think of it like polishing a gemstone to reveal your character's cut, color, clarity, and carat, especially if you want your business to gain momentum. Okay, quiz time. Who said, "I think it's possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary"? Was it A, Martin Luther King Jr., B, Elon Musk, C, Gertrude Stein? Stay tuned to the end for the answer. A story I frequently hear from many business owners is, "I don't need a personal brand." It's also followed up with, "How can a brand help me sell products?" Their story subtext is usually laden with fear. Fear of the unknown brand development principles that always seem intangible and cagey to the average person. And for the longest time, only ad agencies had the power to provide a slick brand manifesto to their clients. I want to reassure you, times have changed. What I've learned over the years working with big companies like John Deere, Keebler, and building my own brand over the past 30 years is that building a brand strategy makes selling so much easier, hands down. Brand is what other people say about you when you're not in the room. Jeff Bezos. Love it or hate him, the Bezos brand is certainly distinct, isn't it? Selling yourself or your products without brand development is like building a house on quicksand. If you aren't actively building your brand personality, sales and partnerships are less likely to happen for you. Bezos' infamy notwithstanding, if you're not actively leading your brand strategy's curation, others will do it for you. Think of personal brand as reputation management and a contributor to the bottom line. It directly affects sales. In fact, Gary Vee says, when it's done right, branding essentially does the selling for you. I can attest to that. Take the Girl Scout cookies, for instance. I remember selling them at 75 cents a box. At the beginning of every year, we'd get the order form and start making calls to our family, friends, and neighbors. Selling Girl Scout cookies was quite easy because of their built-in brand values. Everyone knew the Girl Scouts and loved their cookies. I didn't have to hack my way through selling. Personal brands are built much like products through the flywheel of discovery, iterating, and building. This means you can forget hacking your sales. And this is my approach to help you build your personal brand. Think of yourself as your own chief branding officer. Write code on your brand, then you can share exactly what you want others to know in your tone. As Mae West once said, "I'd rather be looked over than overlooked." I know I would, wouldn't you? How you manage your personal brand will determine how others view you and ultimately shape your business, product, and service. The first step to do that is to discover and define. Discover what values you already embody to help define and express your brand personality. Understand who you are and own it. Deliver your brand like Apple or the Girl Scout cookies so that the customer's experience is consistent with it. Step 2, package yourself. Who are you? What makes you unique? You are a personal brand package. Everyone is. Our personalities, values, and attributes define our packaging. What separates you from the rest of the engineers, designers, or product developers? If you're not sure or you need a bit of help on this, consider taking my archetype quiz. Discovering your archetype is one of the first steps I require of my clients to do that helps them refine their set of values and motivation. Unfortunately, it no longer matters what your product is or what state-of-the-art equipment you use to build it. In a blink of an eye, your competitors can imitate you. When that happens, you're reduced to compete merely on price. However, applying the archetype to your personal brand gives you a distinct advantage. Your archetype will add dimension to your personal brand and deepen your connection with others around you. Remember, it's not about being better. It's about being different. And being different is built on distinction. If you'd like to read more about archetypes, head to my website and take the free archetype quiz. There you'll get my free ebook that outlines archetypes, their influence and importance, as well as marketing tips using your archetype. Step 3, engage and manage. As your personal brand begins to form, it will become a solid entity worthy of trust, built on your value proposition and promise. Clients will be proud to work with you and refer you. Building relationships and engaging with your clients consistently is vital to your business health. Meeting them where they're at routinely creates confidence that you're not a fly-by-night brand and you're there to help them. Cultivate the power of your personal network and your relationships. Build your relationships one-on-one to grow your network exponentially that will create real sales opportunities for you. Share your brand through your stories and take time to be human. Don't be shy. Show your face. You're the CEO after all, and people want to connect with you. Stay consistent and visible so that when your key prospects finally have a moment to buy, they'll remember your brand. At the end of the day, when you're investing in your business and services, invest in your brand first. It will inform every decision you make and make selling easier. The forward motion of your entrepreneurial journey hinges on your brand reputation. So, what do they say about you when you're not in the room? Okay, quiz time. Who said, "I think it's possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary"? Was it A, Martin Luther King Jr., B, Elon Musk, or C, Gertrude Stein? The answer is B, Elon Musk. This video is just the first in a series of creating your personal brand. So be sure to whack that bell like a cat to get notifications when they get published, and continue with the branding playlist right here. Remember to leave a thoughtful comment that creates a bread trail back to your home base. If you want to learn more about what I mean by that, catch this video here. Remember, great things take time. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Keep building.